Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 3. Last time we learned what not to do, in more ways than one. Okay, first things first. Last time we went through how to recruit both Roger and Albel as your 7th party member. Like I said before, there are 6 guaranteed party members, they're required, and then 2 optional ones that you can recruit out of the 4 available. Roger and Albel both are part of those optional, and you can view certain scenes to recruit them as your 7th party member. If you view none of them, you will get Nell instead. Since I've leveled her up a little more, I would much rather carry her on with me. I still have an option of getting Albel later in the game, and I may or may not, depending on what I think between now and that time. 2, we went to try and get the final book for the side quest for Roger there. There's no, as far as I know, there's no big reward for completing the side quest, but in order to get that last book, we had to actually go into that dungeon that I was in last time, the one where I died. Now, in order to make it through there, and I think there are 2 bosses in that area before you can get to the point where you can get this book, you need to be in your like mid-50s in terms of levels. I'm slightly over-leveled. By this point in the game, you should be somewhere between 30 and 35 from what I've read, and that sounds about right. So I'm not going to do the extra level grinding. I'm going to tell you exactly what the item is. It's strength berries. It just gives you strength, just like any of the other berries that we've had. Where are they? Usable, probably. Other items? Usable. Oh no, they're food, aren't they? Yeah, there we go. So yeah. 10% MP, or yeah, it's strength increased by 2. It's really worthless. You get a few of these in one of the super dungeons, but nothing to worry about there. It's not a big loss. This is the last point, and the reason why I've done all of the Ring of Disintegration stuff, recruiting, and talking to everyone is because the upcoming event back in the Urusal Lava Caves is the point of no return for a lot of things. Now, the Ruddle and Rumeria, whatever her name is, side quest, that must be done before you fight the upcoming boss. The Retail Rabbit as well. And what else we got here? Ancient books, like I said. You have to choose your 7th character by this point as well. Of course, if you don't, you get Nell. And certain inventors are, I'm going to go over this right now because this is an absolute requirement. You can get away from it, but it changes your percentage of making an item from 18% to 10%, and it's just not worth it. You might as well get the items now. I've given you plenty of warning about this. So, before we move on with the plot, we need to recruit Misty Lear, and she is located in the mountains of Bar. Her item, the Spirit Stone, is in the ruins of Bar. Just recruit her. Shouldn't be too hard to find. I've already shown that in previous videos. Macwell is the other one you need to recruit. He's located in one of the libraries here in Aquaria. His item, the Book of Prophecies #1, is located in the Shrine of Kadan. I believe it's in one of the secret rooms, so go back there. You can go back there with the Ring of Disintegration, destroy more, complete the map, but like I said, I'll be doing that later. And finally, you also need to get yourself, I think it's called the Alchemist Stone, if I recall correctly. Yes, Alchemist Stone. This is located in the far top left treasure chest in the Moselle Dunes. You need to recruit these 2 people and get this stone, otherwise you're going to have a bitch of a time trying to make this item. It's still gonna suck. So anyway, yeah, see, these items give you an additional 20% chance to create your items. The Alchemist Stone, Multi-Flash, Cherubic Boost, Bust, Boost, whatever. Yeah, they all help a lot when it comes to that, and you do need them for a lot of things. It's not like it's a requirement to make anything, it just makes it so much easier. Anyway, with all that being said, there's one other thing that we can't do after this point, and that's the letter I got from the King of Eriglyph a number of episodes ago now. While I was back here looking at that, I came across Aquaria, the king here. What's her name? I don't even remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is actually kind of important. I figure I might as well show this to you guys. The 2 kingdoms were actually one at a point in the past, the ancient kingdom of Aquar. And yeah, after 300 long years, they've finally begun to work together again. It's pretty cool that they'll throw that little bit of information in. The reason I came here is you can actually recruit a character, I think, already there, but he gets forced into your party later, and I hate him. So, yeah, he's like as bad as Roger, and I went the wrong way. So anyway, the letter that the King of Erglyph wanted us to deliver was supposed to go to Elena. Now, she's no longer in the throne room where she was before when we left here. She's now in her own room, which I believe is this one. There she is. And this will initiate a little scene. No voice acting, but yeah, we did. Haven't done that yet, but we'll get to there. We'll get to it. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Yeah, what was his? I think that's spelt wrong. I think his name was Arze or RZ, but spelt differently. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so apparently they used to know each other, and we get a little bit of background on this whole series here. Well, these characters at least, which is nice. Well, that's nice. Now we even get some sound effects. That's okay. That's a lot of. I thought she was just ripping it open, but apparently she destroyed it. Oh. Okay. I'm not calling the king a fool because I'm gonna get my ass thrown in jail again. Really? Anyway, with that being said, we can actually head back and do that. And actually, I think I'm going to do that. There's some other things I want to do before moving on. But first things first, I'll meet you back in Erglyph. Okay, we're back. Now, we can actually talk to the king. Yeah, kind of, but, you know, I think there's been a bit of a misunderstanding here. Yeah. I'm assuming they were an item at one point. Now, I believe... maybe I don't have to go there. Anyway, I'm going to meet you at Curlsaw, unless I check on off-screen there at my guide and see if I find another thing I'm supposed to, you know, shovel all the way back to Aquaria. Anyway, I'll see you momentarily. Okay, we're back. Now, as you can see, we are set up to do some more item creation. Now, this is kind of important. You have to recruit any inventors that you're interested in recruiting now before said upcoming event. Otherwise, you won't get a chance to, you know, recruit them until later in the game. And some of them you may want. Now, there's only 4 that I've left behind here. Let's take a look at that. So, the Killer Chef we cannot recruit yet anyway because we can't get his recruiting item. It's too difficult to get his recruiting item. And let's see. His is, I think, another item that's just really difficult to get at this point. Or I don't have the person that makes it. And same thing with her. I was trying to get her as soon as I recruited Mayu, but I just don't have enough. I think I have 4% chance to make it, so I tried. It wasn't working for me, so I'll just get her later. It's not a really big deal. None of those people are particularly important. The people who are important are Balbados would be nice. Macwell is imperative. Misty Lear is imperative. Millennia's nice because she's decent at compounding, and I think she's the only compounder we can recruit so far. Or maybe no, maybe he, Yeah, he does compounding too, but he sucks, so... no one else is imperative. Lias would be nice because he's decent at smithing, but we can't make any new items with him that we haven't already made, so... Anyway, at this point, I do want to show off some of the new items that have been made available from other people. So we've got some iron, which I don't remember being useful, a medicine bottle, which I'll have to look at, another one of these food things that just restores HP, some crappy leather armor, a silk robe, which I don't have a robe wielder, but, or well, a character who equips them. I guess they don't really wield them, but we will at some point, so it'll be nice at that point. Pulverizers, I think these are crap. That's junk. Tattered armor is junk. Tin armor is junk. A water gem. Now, this isn't one of the things I'd like to get, but I think this adds like water defense or water to your attack or something like that. Maybe it has both. All these do is they influence affection ratings between characters, which I'm not going to mess with because I just don't care. Same with this. Actually, no. This one, I think, gives you invulnerability for 30 seconds, but you can't do anything. You can't attack, you can't use spells, you can't use items, I don't think. This is really rare to get. Not that I'm going to use it, it's quite expensive, as you can see. There's only one of them. But basically, it just adds balls of fire coming out of your weapon. If a different one was made, if it was a Celestial, Balls of Light came out, I think those are non-elemental. They might be wind elemental, but I think they're non-elemental, so those would be useful. But I didn't get it. These are a nice treat. I can make these myself, actually, but Balvados is the first character we've gotten, I think. Maybe Maria can make them, I'm not sure, who can actually make these, and they're actually quite useful. It only adds 5% movement speed, but eventually you can refine it, and it gets up to 30%, but it's just too expensive to do right now. But it would be nice to get for someone like, say, Maria, who's just slow. Mind Bomb, I think that's a weak one. Some food, that's probably decent. More food. Holy crap, that's a lot of food. And this is all junk. Tough steak is junk. Ooh, tenderloin. Wow, look at that rating. 99. That's the highest you can get for any rating. I would never be able to make this myself. I should actually check that out and see if it's interesting. Have we got all that stuff here yet? It doesn't look like all of them are there yet, but we'll see eventually. Anti-freezing amulet, either found or made, doesn't matter. Battle sphere. Yeah, I still don't even know what that really does. It sends something around on the field, but that's about it. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to set up to create a couple of new items for the road ahead, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're back, and we have a blue talisman. So this is one of the items that I could have gotten earlier in the game, but I hadn't done enough research to find out if I could get more crafting materials to refine them to a useful state, because no HP damage 10% of the time is not great. However, if you refine it twice, it becomes no HP damage 30% of the time. You'll still take damage or HP damage from using your battle skills. However, this becomes far more useful late game anyway. Early game, it's probably better to have the damage. I hadn't done the research at that point, but now I think I have a way of gaining more crafting materials relatively easily. Oddly enough, I think it's using the Ring of Disintegration, a tactic I never would have thought of before. But anyway, so yeah, in order to get the blue talismans here, we need a team of Balvados, Roger, and Stannis, and you're looking for a value between 791 and 800, can't read my own writing, and 73. Now, there's a lot of overlap in that area, so if you're looking for a value within that range that does not have overlap, 821 or 822, I can't remember which, to 864 or 865, one of the two. So just in that range, pretty much in the middle, where you would expect it to be. So if you do that, you can get those. They're pretty cheap to make, and they're quite useful. I'm going to refine them a little bit later, but there is one other item that I really would like to get now, as opposed to later, and I will get that, and I'll see you in a moment. Fucking finally! God damn, that took a long time. Anyway, I have to clarify something. I screwed up when I misspoke there. The blue talisman that we got last time, it overlaps with a bunch of things. Red talisman, which is no MP damage for 10 seconds or 10% of the time or whatever. Also a yellow talisman, and I think an Ankh of something, dismissal maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, the value for that is actually 322 to 354. The values I spoke before, 791 to 873, is actually for the Ring of Erudition for additional experience. Now, these rings, or the stat rather, applies the experience value to all party members, of course active in battle, and it caps at 100%. See that one next to it, we can refine 5 of these and have a total of 100% additional experience, which basically doubles our experience. So, like I said before, this one overlaps with a lot of stuff, and for whatever reason, that sweet spot of 821 to 865, I could not get the value to show up. Which comes again to why I hate the system for how it works. You just keep doing this over and over and over and over again, and it's so inefficient. Why can't we just justify which one we want to make and attempt to make it? It really, really sucks. But it is what it is. It's one of the downsides of the item creation system in this game, is you spend way too long doing this over and over and over and over again. So, anyway, eventually I got it. This overlaps with a lot of things, specifically in the low range. I didn't even get anything to show up in the high range, so who knows. So, we got those. Now, we have those. I managed to make a few other things that I don't particularly care about just because they were in the way. Anti-incapacitation amulet, which prevents 100%, or has 100% protection against instant death, which I don't care about because very few enemies use that. There are some, including I think the final boss. Yeah, this one doesn't have a very high rating, but let's just turn on fast forward there. But it is quite useful. And Ring of Erudition is very important. Basically, I'm going to get that, and I'll show off some more item creation stuff at that point once I do, because I'll show how to do them. Ooh, a duck bomb. Those are cool. Those are stun bombs. Anyway, let's take a look at what items are for sale now, since we should be able to buy some new stuff. Basically, I just want to get as much of this stuff out of the way now, so that we don't have to get interrupted later on. Can I go and buy stuff in here? I don't even remember. Can I buy stuff from you? Ah, Silk Robe. Nobody can use this yet. It has a defense of 2. Yeah, Silk Robes and cloaks in general suck. They're for light armored characters, which we don't have any of yet, but we will be getting some of, and they just are not particularly effective. Pulverizers, yeah, those are no good. Anything else useful? Guess I could get something for Roger, but I don't care. Tattered armor has nothing because it's tattered. And so those are the weapons. Was I going to buy something? No, I wasn't. Okay. I wanted to look at the other items, not those ones. Load, please, thank you. So yeah, I think I've got pretty much all the stuff that I need to take care of now kind of out of the way. So next time we should be able to move on with the game for the first time in quite a while. Alright, buy more fresh sage. I got enough of that stuff. Let's see here. That has intelligence. Iron has attack plus 10, which is negligible. These are really expensive. Yeah, I won't be doing them that way. I can item creation them myself if I really want them. There's an aqua ring. Emerald ring is something I was able to item creation before as well. Minus is battle skill MP, and that actually I think refines up to 50%, though I have a feeling it's quite expensive. Let's see, what else can I do here? Elven slippers. I might use that. Green talisman, that's useless. I would not use that. Amulet of Freedom is another thing that overlaps with the Ring of Erudition there, so gotta beware of that. I can buy some more potions here. fruity potions, some more sweet potions. Medicine bottle, nope. Let's see, anything else good? I don't need those anymore. Ah, some of these have become available again. Combat training, how many of these do I have? It's not going to tell me, is it? I might buy some more. Mind bomb. Yeah, it's not going to tell me how much damage it is. I don't think it's very high. It's basically the equivalent of a flare bomb. Let's see here, 100% HP. That's really expensive though. 70% MP. That's nice, but expensive. HP recovery. MP recovery. MP is just so much better in this game. I can buy some later if I really need it. Yeah, these are all pretty much the same. Chocolate banana. Spring rolls. Yeah, see, a lot of these are about the same price. We can use them if we really want to, and I'll probably end up buying some of them later. I just don't want to buy too much right now. Anything else here that's of any amazing tenderloin? Yeah, there you go. That was the 99 rating. 90% recovery, cures paralysis, petrification, revives, and has a only 30% chance of breaking. You can actually, I think, remove that down to a 1%, if I recall correctly, so it might be reusable? I don't know. You can only use it outside of battle because it's food, but I don't know. It's interesting anyway. Yeah, so the water gem just adds some damage. These things, yeah, minus emotion. Well, that one doesn't even do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Fire homunculus. Yeah, mitts, balls of fire. I'm not going to use that because I really don't care, but anyway, it's there, and you can use it if you so choose. Of course, everyone's going to be different because the items that are created by other inventors are random, so there's that. Hopefully some of those other items that I worked on will go on sale. At the start of the next video, we will go over how to refine items, and I will go over the process of obtaining more crafting materials if that's something you want to do. That's all for this one. Hopefully we'll get on to the actual plot next time, and I'll see you